Well, if you guys are live, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. It's just gonna be us. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. We'll make it do what it do. My name is Ericka Durant. I have a blog called Curls, Curves, and Convo. So, hello, welcome.
And my name is Trent Williams Jr., and I am an assistant professor of dance at the University of Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm just doing little old
Florida's all right.
Just doing little old me, you know.
I mean, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. All right. Well, I want to go ahead and get started and jump into this. I just watched it. This is my first time watching it, so I have like fresh virgin eyes to it. I do want to start off by saying I am a super Beyoncé fan. I love her. She damn near does no wrong. She's not the best actress. I'm gonna throw that one out there. But besides that, I love her to life. Like, she's the best performer of our time. We're not going to see anybody else like her in our lifetime, point blank, period. If you've never been to a show, go and see one, even if you're not a fan. Like, she's just somebody you have to see in person. So I knew when I was watching this, I was like, all right, get yourself together, because you're about to go on a ride. Like, it was everything. It really, really was so good. And you said you've seen it before, right?
I did. And also I dance background right when they started Destiny's Child. So I started when I used to perform with her at Astroworld in Houston, Texas. So I go way back. But
you go way back.
We do go way back, and it's good to see the transition as well as how much she has grown over these years, which is like so crazy. But yeah, you have to respect the hustle and you have to respect the game. Even if you don't like her, you still have to respect that she is mad talented, mad. She's doing her thing and she's staying in her lane. So, you can't knock that.
You can't at all. That's always been my thing with it. Is like, you can say that she's not this or that, but as an all-around package, you can't deny what she has. It's a skill, and I even feel like she's created her lane. Like, she started in this lane that wasn't her and it wasn't genuine to her. And as she's matured and as we've seen her grow, we've got to see what I feel like is a better representation of who she is. And that shined through Black is King for sure. Like, I feel like these last few projects really like honed in on who she is as a person and an artist. And it just, now we're seeing who she really is.
Yeah. I think so too.
Oh yeah.
But I think what I got from Black is King, it was so good. I think everything, it was so good to see Black people being in their element and to see like we love to dress, we love to put costume on, we love to just
our diamonds.
Yeah.
Yes, our gold, There was lots of that.
A whole lot of it. But it was great to like see it on just on my little TV. But it was great to see it in a way that it's like, wow, you do need this. So little girls and boys can actually see that you can be Black and you can be amazing. Because, the only thing we have really is Princess and the Frog on Disney. And if it was... And clearly, they showed the white man trying to steal the land and steal
right. For the we were Black people for all of like 15 minutes in that movie, but I love it. I'll take it. But thank you, Disney.
Thank you, Disney.
Yeah, it was so good. Like, I felt like, so if you guys were watching, and I'm sure Black is King was kind of a visual album, if you will, of The Gift, which was from the soundtrack The Lion King. And how I saw it when I watched it, because I did take some notes. I take notes on almost everything I watch. It's a weird obsession. So I've listened to the soundtrack. I'm a big fan of the soundtrack. And as I'm watching the visual, I'm realizing they're giving us their interpretation of The Lion King. That's what I got from Black is King, the visual. So if you're familiar with The Gift, of course, all soundtracks come in a particular order. They play the soundtrack in order of the movie. So like for their version of the movie. But when I was writing the songs down as they were coming, we're getting a modern day Lion King story with Black is King. And even in the order of which she put the songs out, I felt like we're getting our own tale of the Lion King. So when you were talking about the boy earlier, I don't know how much you guys caught on the live, because I know we're live right now, but you had mentioned the boy. So what was your
Simba. He's Simba.
Yes.
The little boy is Simba.
Okay.
So the little boy is Simba. But the thing is, I had to watch it a second time to actually get the storyline, because if you're like a Beyonce fan and you're like just want to be mesmerized and like, oh my God, what's next? You're just waiting for her each scene. You're waiting to see what she's gonna do. But I think the second time when you watch it, it was like, okay, it's like, let me recognize exactly the storyline. And then that's when I kind of fell along with like, oh, this is the story of Lion King through the Black voice. And like, and that's not clear in Lion King that it's the Black voice. You hear all the Black people's voices, but you actually see the Black bodies, and you get to see the representation of Black bodies in the space, in these elements where Lion King probably could and possibly be. So I think that was like what was so clear in it. Yeah.
No, I think she's very intentional with everything she does. So when I went into it knowing I'm going to get a message. She's going to be telling me something. Everything that happens from here on out, she planned, and it was supposed to be for us to see. And I got that right away. I was like, okay, this is the Lion King. This is Simba, because they start with bigger, and there's a baptism. You see the basket go into the water, like how Moses was dropped into the water. So you know, like you're about to have this representation of something that's supposed to transition, which was Simba. So like right off the bat, it's like, okay, we're getting this notification, like, okay, we're about to watch the story. You hit the nail on the head, though. Like, I feel like this is our representation of like our history and where we're going and what it is that we're doing. Oh my gosh, sorry, my Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Sorry, my computer thought I was talking to her. And I like that for a second. So we get this big like reminder, like, this is where we came from, this is what's going on, this is who we are, and I'm going to show you our story, if you will, because it was definitely her leading us to where it could be. It keeps blinking out. Okay. Are we good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm here.
Good.
Uh-oh.
You good? Is it your internet?
It's really, oh gosh. I think my computer might have done something.
Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're just frozen.
Uh-oh.
Let it go. Let it go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, I'll talk a little bit about myself. No, but I think watching the film Black is King tonight, it was very inspiring as an artist and as an educator, because um, you get to see how influential you can be to the world. And just I think sometimes people forget, we as artists, we work so hard and we do our work, we consistently like are rehearsing and practicing in our different spaces. And when you can see an element like Black is King, all of those elements of theater and dance and costume and design and just all of the lighting and all of the crew that went behind the whole process, you get to see how much impact you make on the larger society. And it's so great to know that that the work is not, it's being seen at this time. So I think it's great that people get to see Black is King in a way that it's also a way that young generations can be able to like say, if I want to dance, if I want to sing, if I want to do what I want to do, I can do that. So I think that's what a lot that this film has done. But I see my people back.
What's
I see
happening?
my people back.
You know, I was getting popped in that fast. Hey,
Yeah, very.
Oh, people.
I was there chilling. I look up. I'm on the screen. I was like, all right, they gonna let me know when I'm getting eased in. Nope. They was like, boom. All right. I was getting the text message out. Barry wasn't ready. No, the heck he was not. I came in. I'm back. I'm backstage. Like, cool. They gonna let me know when they dropping me in. I look up. Oh, hello. How y'all doing? All right.
Can't.
Greetings. I'm here. Didn't know I was here, but I'm here.
You here?
Yeah. Hey, Dina. Hey, Kyla. No, I did not know I was here. I was not ready. No, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
No, curls and curves. Wi-Fi connections is going down. Uh-oh, and it's gone.
It is gone.
I know exactly how that goes. You got to move your router closer to your computer. That way, you don't get kicked out as often. Or if you're stealing internet, then you got to do what you can do. Stealers can't be choosers.
That part.
Do apologize.
Oh my God. I love black people.
Yes,
You know what?
be a sin.
I love black people.
Oh man, I love us too. Everybody else hate us and copy us, but I love us.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is like the best time to be black. It ain't no other time. Like,
you know why? Because everybody trying to hire us now to show that they got black friends. This is the best time to be black. Michael's like, oh, we have diversity. Look, as a matter of fact, we're about to hire some more black people.
You know what, Barry?
I'm dead serious.
I know you dead serious.
We back in style. We ain't never left.
Well, the thing is, people are starting to see how important we are.
I mean, they copy us all the time. The Kardashians.
That part.
Everybody else.
That part.
Yo, let me tell you, I don't need me to take over, but I was just going to talk about the black stuff that I've seen that I appreciate so much. The fashion designer, Pierre Moss. You seen that fashion show?
Oh, yeah.
The one from...
Yeah, for the hip hop on Netflix?
No. Oh, what?
There's a one that's on Netflix that's all about fashion and stuff that's right now, and it's really good too.
Is that called a remix?
Yeah, remix.
I haven't watched that yet, but I did see the preview for it. But I'm talking about they had like their fall fashion show in like October 2019. We had the choir in the back. You saw that one?
Yep.
Yo.
Dope.
I ain't never seen a fashion show like that. Because they would sing like all the old school stuff. Like, I'm thinking they just about to do like the Nat King Cole and stuff like that. Then they start singing Missy.
They did.
You are? Yo, like, this is creative.
It was the truth.
You watched Black is King today? Have you seen it yet?
I watched it today.
I watched
it twice.
Yo, same.
Because I couldn't get it the first time. Because I just, I was mesmerized the first time.
That's one of the things you can't look away from because you're going to miss like the visuals.
That part.
I got you.
I'm back. Sorry.
You were stealing internet. They told me you was your router wasn't close and you had to move it.
That's exactly what my computer said. So I got on my phone. I'm probably because I'm plugged into my workstation. Anyways, my bad. But
now the visuals is like, because shout out to University of Florida J School. I'm not sure why I'm raising the roof.
No judgment.
Video production. So I'm like, I pay attention to like camera shots and stuff like that. So like every shot had like a purpose.
Yeah.
So everything she does has a purpose.
Okay. Lifetime member of the Beehive.
It does. I'm just saying, as a member of the Beehive, watch out. Everything she does is intentional, and as an artist, not even just like as a fan, she's a very intentional person. She's a very intentional artist. So going into it, you're watching it. Nothing you're watching is by mistake, or just happens to be fly, or just happens to be the right angle. It was very purposeful. Like they really did a good job telling a story.
And plus, she's a Virgo, So
You're
you
a
already
platinum
know she
member.
had a hand in everything.
And everything.
And everything.
Yeah, you guys are definitely platinum members of the Beehive. My membership is silver. I just got in. So I haven't got to the point where I'm like, everything she does has a purpose. I haven't got there. I'm more of a,
Very.
I'm dead serious.
It's okay. We'll get you there. We'll catch you up.
I don't
So-
have platinum membership. I'll go gold. I'll do gold.
You do gold.
I'll do gold.
That's a good step.
That's
you know?
fair. That's
You
fair.
at least paid your dues. Get in.
Oh yeah. I went to the interest meeting.
Yeah.
It was, let me tell you, when I got inducted. I went to the interest meeting before. They was like, no, I'm dead serious. They was like, we got tickets to the On the Run 2 concert.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, oh, we got tickets for you. Like, when my family, they had like extra tickets, so I went. And I was like, yo, she's singing this whole time? And she dancing to like the max? The whole show? Wearing that stuff? I was like, okay.
Cardio.
I apologize to all Beehive members after that concert. I was like, I'm sorry. I was talking shit about y'all. I'm sorry. I was talking stuff about y'all. And what I saw tonight was, whoo,
Mm-hmm.
she a real deal.
She is.
After that, yeah.
You're like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
That was
Yeah.
no
I think if I have to say one negative thing, and I should probably not say it, but I'm going to say one negative
I
thing.
have my one too. Go ahead.
That one negative thing is I wish it was not on Disney. I wish that she would have used her own platform, like a Black platform, to really push it, as well as I know that Disney still owns the rights to probably all the music and all of the things. So that's why she had to get that check from Disney.
Ding.
So, yeah.
I'll go with my silver membership.
Go ahead.
Platinum. I might get bummed up to go after this statement. Now you notice she'll take like the small thing and then flip it to like a bigger situation, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
So like with Coachella was they gave like the low pay. That was the whole thing. If I'm Ericka,
Mhm.
okay. So there's like they gave like the low.
They gave her a lower payment amount.
Right.
The big thing was Ariana Grande got paid more than Katy Perry got paid more than Beyonce. So people were pissed. They were like, "Hey, how y'all pay Beyonce less than you paid a white girl?"
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Then to flip it and then make the Netflix special out of it, which makes you more money. So you can like, oh, you want to give me a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna take this and still flip it to make something bigger of it. Correct, platinum member.
Absolutely. You're right. Continue.
This is the same scenario. Like, okay, well, because everybody's like, well, why is she doing Lion King? Oh, I don't want her to Lion King. She's not like she can't act, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, all right, we're going to take these visuals because you got a whole album that's not the Lion King soundtrack, and it was fire. It reached out
But it was the Lion King soundtrack, but continue.
I'm sorry, see, that's the platinum correction. So she took it, made it fire, bring in African artists. And then you got like the African directors, you got like the African dancers, and then you have like even from the synchronized swimmers.
Mm-hmm.
They're from like they were from Jamaica. So
Yeah.
other people and stuff like to bring them in, then you get like
Barry, I think you more than a
I
member.
I was just about to say.
I don't know about that.
You might be a gold member.
They were from Jamaica.
You might be a gold member of Beehive, boo.
Right.
You almost platinum.
The reason why I know because it's my homeboy's friend. He had posted that they Jamaica. Like well, they got like the synchronized swimmers. I was like, oh, that's dope. I didn't even pay attention to that. Yo, did you see the drip? Like, yo, I want to get one of those suits just cause. I might paint myself green tomorrow.
Oh, right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, bitch.
Do it.
You didn't went too far now.
Yo, they was killing in the already video. Shout out to APOC dance group, the only all-male dance troupe at the University of Florida for 20 years. 20 years. The dancer me wanted to learn that routine. The 35-year-old me was like,
my knees don't work like that.
Now my niece, I still get it. I just don't feel like learning the A count.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't want to learn A count.
Oh no. But that goes back to her being intentional. A lot of people were upset. I don't know if you guys saw or heard any of this, because of the timing of it, right? So it's coming out, what is this, July, August almost, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, she didn't go to Africa, she didn't include this, she didn't include that. Everyone made their assumptions. Meanwhile, this movie came out almost 3 years ago. This filming happened that long ago. The whole while, going back to why it's on Disney, she had plans for all of this. Not only did she have a role in the movie, but she had her whole hand on the soundtrack and then turned it into this visual that we're watching 2.5 years later. So the money that they're paying her, we may see it and we're going to trip because they're like, why not y'all not paying the queen the money that she's owed? All in the meantime, Beyonce's already 20 steps ahead. She said, I'm about to get a soundtrack. I'm about to get a visual. Disney got to pay me even more money. This is not going to stop. She's so intentional.
Platinum. See, this is why I'm still silver. See? But let me tell you one of my favorite parts of
yes.
Oh yeah, let's know what your favorite part.
Heat after me. Calendria Trinae Rowland. Jesus have mercy.
Not her full real name.
Her government name, her real name.
Her government name.
That's Kelly Rowland for all of y'all that don't know.
Trinae Rowland is so fine.
Right government. Yes, she
Oh
is.
my God.
Yes, she is.
She used the whole family.
Oh my God.
That was during Brown Skin Girl. I absolutely love that whole scene from beginning to end. You had the whole family. They were royal. They were lit. They were beautiful. Like they had bonding moments. It was beautiful. I teared up at that moment. I wrote notes and I said tears because it made me tear.
Wasn't there an issue because people was mad that she had the Caucasian butler?
Oh, people were real mad about that.
I was like, the whole hour or whatever you was mad about this.
We're usually the butlers, so why can't there be a white butler and a black one?
First of all, they were mad at the title. The title is Black is King. And the Twitter woke up yesterday and was like, what if we made a movie called White is King?
You did. 44 presidents of the United States. It's called
United States of America.
All the movies of Africa with white people. Y'all can't go to the beach for like 2 hours without getting that. How many who watching this? Because I don't want to go there. But I'm telling the truth, though.
You are telling the truth.
That's all we can do.
What was the movie with Chadwick Boseman who played like the subpar god, the Egypt stuff?
Are you talking about
Egypt or something like that? Remember? Way back.
Yes.
Elizabeth Taylor was Cleopatra.
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all can be a white butler. Y'all be all right.
You could.
So
ain't nobody get whipped.
People were just upset about the name. They were upset about, so going back to the butler, they were upset about, it's called Black is King. What if we did a White is King? Oh, she's trying to say with the butler that there's black supremacy. And she's trying to make it seem like black people are superior to white people. That's why she had a black butler, blah, 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 blah. Like, they're pulling things. And she might be portraying that. I don't put it past her because Beyonce is blackity black, 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 black. And everything she does, she walks in black. She acts in black. She sings in black. Like, she's just the version of her that she's always wanted to be, and she's portraying it. So she might have been relaying that. But we're always portrayed as the butler or the nanny or the cook or the whatever. So what?
There's a movie about us called The Help.
That came out a few years ago.
Look, if I get a whole bunch of money and I get rich and I have me a nice mansion and resort like they had in that thing, you think I'm gonna have a black person working for me? No. Excuse me. Charles, bring that in. Pour my drink, sir.
No, sir. Now,
please don't make eye contact. I will treat him like I'm Ellen DeGeneres. Oh yeah, I took it there.
Not Ellen.
Don't do Ellen.
I'm having difficulties with this news. I can't.
She
I
one of
can't.
the
I
good
can't.
ones. She one of the good ones.
Well, I don't know. We learning otherwise, so we gotta hold on to our seats for that one.
We probably do.
But I didn't feel I didn't feel any kind of way about it. Maybe because I'm not white, so. But I get it, but that's what she's portraying through the whole thing. The whole thing is about. I'm not gonna say it's Black supremacy, but it's Black is king. Like, this is our story, this is our tale. And in the version we live in, especially during that song where you saw the white butler, I wrote notes, and I won't take too much time on that. But like, I think it was Mood Forever, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it was a family time. Everybody was there. You were supposed to have seen that moment. You had to see the butler in that role during that time, because now we're showing us as the kings and the queens and the royalty. And go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll wait.
No, go ahead. I have another thought, so go ahead, because I want to find a note. Go ahead.
That butler had an edge brush. Now we got to discuss that.
Because
who is trusting Charles?
Charles been around for a long time.
Charles
has been around for a very, very long time.
They trust
them babies might be Charles's grandbaby.
That part.
See, Charles got a lot of trust, because anybody that gives the edge brush to Charles,
I gotta go back and find that.
They trust and believe in Charles. You know, we're Black women, you know. Ericka, you gonna let somebody do your baby hairs? Somebody white?
I can't do my own, so I mean, they could try.
You just gonna let them lay your baby hairs, Charles?
If Charles laid my grandmama baby hairs, then maybe.
See, that's trust though. That's generational trust.
That is generational trust.
Before you let him.
Charles was brushing their teeth. She was dancing around him. Charles was part of the family at that point. What y'all didn't see is, while you think that Charles is just subservient, he was a member of the family. He just so happened to be a white man serving a rich Black family. But he was down with them. He was cool with them. They gave him the brush. You think that, to your point, they would give him the brush if they didn't trust him? That was they do.
He ain't working for free.
He ain't working for free, exactly.
At all.
He getting paid. I don't know why people were upset. It was not for y'all then. I mean, it just wasn't for them. Well, and that's exactly, but that's where I feel like that kind of struggle is, because they're not used to seeing that. If we see help on TV and they happen to be Black or brown, we're not going to flinch, because that's what is portrayed as a norm. That's what we see all the time.
Right.
They get shocked when they see it the other way around, and then they're like, oh my gosh, it's racist. Well, how is it racist? Because what we're used to seeing is us on the other end, and we don't bat an eye, but you see you and you tripping. Like, this visual representation was not for you, it was for us. So just have a seat, be mad in the corner, and then let us finish watching this. So I don't know, people were hurt about it, and you really had no reason to be upset.
We have to go through 10 slave movies a year. 12 Harriet, The Help, Django.
12 years.
Yeah. And y'all can be okay with one white butler.
One.
They'll be all right.
I know he ain't had no lines or nothing. He was a filler.
We got to get there. We teaching. They just learned about Juneteenth in 2020. So baby steps.
Oh God, Jesus.
Baby steps. They did.
Did y'all watch Watchmen? Y'all watch Watchmen?
Say what?
Watchmen on HBO. Did y'all watch that?
Yeah.
You didn't watch it? 26 Emmy nominations, the most out of any show.
Yeah. It was that good. It's that good. It's that good. I would go back and watch it again to just binge watch it, just because.
Oh. Yeah. I'll add it to my list.
Opening scene was about the Tulsa massacre.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the opening scene. That was episode 1.
Damn.
Camera fade.
Bring you in.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, this is what we doing?
Okay. So officially writing that, The Watchmen.
The Watchmen, yeah.
I'm not used to it.
Regina King did her thing.
She's
Oh,
crazy.
I love Regina King. Oh, okay. I will definitely watch this.
She did her thing.
It's only one
Oh,
season. You're not getting any more after that. So
You know what?
you're gonna get attacked.
You
Like,
know
oh, I
what?
wait season. Ain't no wrong.
You know what, Barry? I knew you.
that's it.
I knew you were gonna say it.
But Trent, am I lying though?
You're not lying
I
though.
told you, they like
You
we
okay?
You're not
I'll
lying
be.
though.
I will. I will be prepared. I will be prepared. Let's push it back a little bit. Let's go back to Black is King because that's why we're here.
yeah.
What
It
was
is
your
what we
favorite
do.
part, Trent?
I think my favorite part is probably at the end.
Hmm
At the end when you see the choir and you see all these black people that are dressed amazingly, and I think black people look amazing in yellow, and Beyonce just makes yellow like I don't know, just when we say glow and
Yes.
when we say stand in your light, like she do that, like the light just hit it just hit it right.
Hmm
Yeah. I
That
can't
was
even
beautiful.
explain it, and it was just like it was a moment.
It was. The acapella hit it off.
Yeah.
She was in the yellow, they were in the purple, which of
Yes.
course ties in again for us.
All of
So
that
it
singing.
intention. Again, it goes back to intention.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my notes. The yellow plus the purple plus the acapella, like it
Yeah.
brought it back to like the African American side of things. Because you got the African side, you got the poetry, you have the spoken word in between. So it was trying to link this heritage that we're missing to
Yeah.
the modern spoken word. And then you have this mix of a culture going through this movie. And then you end with that piece where it's like the acapella, you got that black church feeling. Like I felt like
Yes.
it tied it from motherland all the way back to where we are now.
And
These
you know
people who are
purple
trying to
means
find a
royalty.
culture. Purple means royalty. I see you thinking in the middle, gold member. Go ahead.
This is at the end. Did I miss something? I thought
No.
the yellow and the when she was
So
laying.
in the no,
Or
in
the
the very end, they were doing Spirit at the very end,
oh,
and
okay.
she started singing Spirit a cappella. She's
Yes.
wearing yellow, and the choir is wearing purple suits.
Yeah.
So even in the intent in that, her yellow, which he spoke on, and then they're in their purple, those are like black African royalty colors,
Yes.
like the
And
mascot of
the
colors.
church choir is always in their purple robes on Sunday.
With the yellow and the stole,
Yeah.
you know. Hmm
With the little sash.
When they did the jumping in the purple. Now, oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna get bumped up the gold member.
Okay.
There's a thread on Twitter that had all the references to like what parts of Africa where they had the reference to, when they had the painting. By the way, you said she looked good in yellow. This is true. You over there. All right, when you said she looked good, she also looked good in teal. I did not know that
When she had them stripes on.
bad. I'm like, God, bless this woman. And he just took his precious time.
No, I like the white. I like the white. That white dress in the beginning. By
The one
water.
where they were, that white dress and that was bad.
That casket fresh.
That casket was mine with the white.
Casket fresh.
Not the casket fresh.
I thought she
That
did.
whole that whole scene had me like.
Yeah, that was powerful.
I thought she was dead. She came back with. I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
So that was the purpose of that. So like, so I told y'all I took notes. She came out in the all white in the song Nile, and I don't know how much you listen to the words of the song, but it's a rebirth. Someone died, and they're going to wherever it is they're going within that song, and when you watch that scene, they're carrying her. She's dead. It's like a funeral scene. That's after Mufasa gets killed. So visually, we're seeing Mufasa and his new path.
This is why you platinum. This is why you platinum. See, this platinum.
You win. Yeah. You win. You win.
Yeah.
But all the different. If you look at all the colors that she wore, they're all the Orishas, all the different Orishas. So they have Oshun. They have I can't name them all, but they got all of them. But it's all of them. I know
It is.
it is because it's all of the different rituals. If you
It
look at
is.
all the different colors that
And
she portrayed.
that's where the culture comes from. My favorite scene was your exact when she had the teal with the nude and the stripes, the tiger stripes, and she was in that tree. I was in my living room like this, like yes.
Like with the nude and teal or the black and teal? Which one was your favorite?
Nude and teal.
No, which one? There's two teals though.
She was like it was like an animal stripe. She was literally in a tree, and it was
Oh,
like tiger stripes. It was body paint. It wasn't even a whole outfit.
Yeah,
Maybe it
that
was
was a
body
body.
paint.
That was some good body paint.
That was some good body paint. Okay.
Show me.
Okay. My favorite look was Mood Forever. She had those sunglasses on that were super, super like long and thin. She had the leopard print trench coat. And then Jay was next. That shit was fine. That was my favorite look. And then when she was on a car in the leopard print bodysuit, I
Oh yeah,
love
that leopard
Beyonce.
print. The leopard print that took all the colors. That took
All of them.
all of them.
All of them.
I'm trying to find that thread I was talking about earlier. There we go. All right, so I don't even want to mess up the tribe. I feel like it's real disrespectful. What's that movie from like way back with like the ain't nobody gonna do this reference, so I'm old man.
We might go ahead. No, go
We
ahead.
might.
We might.
Remember back in like probably early '90s, they had like the. I even hate saying it out loud because I'm pretty sure some white people wrote this and they thought it was a good idea. So when they had the one black dude from that one tribe of Africa that came to America and he could play basketball, God dang, it sounds terrible. But the premise, they used to jump. They had like the red. Okay, I got it. Hold on.
Are you talking about them jumping
Airman?
and I know what you're talking about.
Those are the jumping.
Yes.
That's a jumping tribe.
Right.
Yes.
So that's
Jumping tribe in
purple suit.
They were doing that in the purple suits. Yep.
This is the thread that has all the references and stuff like that.
So that's a really good thread. I'd be interested to see that whole thing. Are you going to go through it? My bad, dog. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Okay, yeah, I got through it. Give us one more example. Give the people one more cultural reference from the thread that we can,
Yeah.
I want to go to yours because you brought it up. And then I'm going to go to Trent. You kind of touched on it. So I'm going to go to both points.
Okay.
All right. So the body paint. It says body painting is a colorful art used by various African cultures to celebrate, protect, and mourn. Specific colors are used to indicate certain periods in a person's life, such as puberty, courting, and marriage, among other things. So there we have Beyonce in the tree. With the
that was my scene right there.
And this was the inspiration also behind it. That's hard. That is
That was some makeup.
That is tough. Okay, can I do 3? Because I feel like the diaspora.
Come on, diaspora.
Here's my theory.
Okay, SAT word.
You can be pulled away from your culture, right? But in a sense, like it's something within us that still references things of the past, if you will. You ever notice like the dancing videos or like kids get in like a circle and they just take their turns, like it's like a cipher? That's basically what we do. It's like nobody taught us. It's like something that's in us and it just happens. So, boom. So they talk about the head wraps, right? How it's like the African cultures and stuff. Boom. And it's like a showing a thing of class and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So it's like it dates back to pre-colonial African and the sub-Saharan Africa. Head wraps were considered symbols of status, marriage, family lineage. And during the transatlantic slave trade, they were one of the few cultural pieces enslaved Africans were able to bring to the Americas. So we talk about head wraps. Is this like, in a sense, church hats?
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Like, it's just something
you're absolutely right.
Like, it's something that's there, and it's just something that we just latch on to. Nobody forces us to do it, but it's like something that's deep within.
It's innate. We have that innate response. We already know. Like, So no matter where we were pulled from, wherever the diaspora spread us out, we still have those things that tie us together. And that's even what was in here. You talk about seeing Oshun and all the other, or Shiras. I'm gonna get that wrong too.
Orisha.
But all, thank you. But like, all of that is spread out through everything. All of that is within us, and we didn't even know. We like these colors. We like these things. We like these hats. We like gold. We like to be flashy. All of that was already instilled in us, and we didn't even know it. No matter where you have Black people on the planet, that is us. that is us. We were flashy. We like to be seen because we're confident. I won't even say cocky. Like, we just know we have that in us, and we don't know where it comes from, but we know where it comes from.
Yeah,
that's why I like watching like Black art from different countries. Like, we have our own thing. We set up like our own culture, set our own standard. But I like watching like Black people in Britain. They have their own lingo. They have their own like swag. It's what they do. And then there's like a show that's supposed to come out like about Black Italians, and then
that'd be interesting.
Black Germans and stuff like that. Also, last point, when you were talking about the colors and stuff. So when we talk about the funeral, when they were dripped in white, like traditionally the color black is associated with funeral clothing. However, in many African cultures, as well as Southern states, the color white is popular for funeral goers. So there's like a homegoing service, if you will. So it's like we do that, and it's like, oh, everybody wear black for the funeral tradition, but when it's a homegoing service, everybody's like dressed in white.
And we also do it for first Sundays when we take communion.
Awesome. See, and it's just something that's just like you said, automatically in them. As how we're all like separated, but at the same time we do live like not necessarily the same lives, but
yeah, you're right. It's like they took away what they could, but even wherever they broke Black people up and broke us apart, we still kept certain pieces that they couldn't take away, and those pieces just came down. So to us, now we get to see it reflected how it may have originally been done or intended, but we can see what it translates into us. You know, they had the head wraps, now we have the hats. They had the gold jewelry, we got the gold chains. You know, like, we spin it, but it's always been there.
Down to the hair. The hair was dope in this.
There was an amazing braider that was on set, I guess.
It was some,
because they were braiding down.
It had to be
her Rapunzel scene. I was like, oh, we got, speaking of Black princesses on Disney, we had Rapunzel just now. Did you see Beyonce in the stand with all that hair? That was Rapunzel. They just gave us another Disney princess. Didn't even know.
Somebody's hand.
Hopefully they give it to Kelly. She had hers.
I know. Kelly. Oh yeah, Kelly had the long braids on. She's such a thing.
Lord, that would be so fine. Lord. Let me find that. And it was a bunch of Mama Tina fine. Look.
She sure is.
She had her plate and everything, enjoying the moment.
Mama Tina, no, she bad.
She gotta be. She made Beyonce. Like, you know, that had to come from something fine.
I saw a picture of Mama Tina when she was younger. I said, dang. Okay. I understand, Richard.
She get it from her mama.
Yes,
she get it from her mama.
If the mama is a quarter, daughter must be a dime.
Not the tip drill.
I'm saying, Lord have mercy.
Lord.
Bodies be showing out. Just like, you know, here's Beyonce for you guys to look at. Here's Kelly. Here's Rihanna. Michelle bad too. Okay. Solange is bad too.
Yes, she is.
Monica is bad. Ashanti. All this got to be shown out. Just, God, this is for us.
He was extra generous when he made us. That's,
he did.
you know, extra generous.
Very
That's
jealous.
why I never, might be off subject. But I just never understood people who think all Black people look the same. I was like, we are the most not looking the same as people I have ever seen.
No, not at all.
Different shades and everything.
Everything. There's so much different, so many variances. I've never understood that. And he took his time on all of us. Meanwhile, all of y'all look the same. And when I say all of y'all, I mean all of y'all.
It's because they
All of
like
them can get it. You look the same. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can you say? Anyways,
Yeah.
the
that was
hair.
a tangent off of that.
Our hair defies gravity. Just
True.
you just twist it all up and it lock up and it just flow. Y'all got
It does. It does things right.
y'all got curls. It looks like just a flourishing tree, just of life and hope, of abundance. Look at you. Look.
Abundance. Yes, abundance.
You braided that up and you took it out
That
and you
part.
separated it, and it just looked glorious.
I actually washed it,
See,
and
you
it just
did
looks
that.
like this. I got out the shower and put some hair gel in, and it looks like this.
You know what happened? Others put hair gel in their hair. Nothing.
Nothing. It does like this.
It just looks.
Anyways, if there's anybody still watching, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really liked it. I'm going to watch it for a second time because I'm sure there are things that I missed.
There's so many details. Let me let you know.
Oh yeah, like I know that there's things that I missed. I got up a few times to go like refill my drink or to take a quick phone call, but I came right back and I'm like, I know I missed something. And knowing her, she has Easter eggs throughout every project she does. Like I watched the whole Lemonade project a few times before I feel like I finally got it all. I think that this is going to be one of those things like you just kind of have to watch it and watch it and watch it, and then you're going to be able to catch a lot of other things, little nuances, like things you might not have thought were something, you're going to catch it a little later. And that's what I'm looking forward to. The next go round is let me see what I can see that I missed the first time. Because I know Beyonce. I know her.
I watched it twice. One for myself. The second time I watched it, I had my niece with me. I'm like my oldest niece. So I wanted to show her like just the visuals and art. I'm gonna get like my other watch it too, because I have another one who loves like sing and dance, and I know when she sees it, she's gonna learn the words too. So just to put the imagery in their heads and stuff to see. But it's like one of those. From an artist perspective, it's like no shot is wasted. It's like visually, I don't think anybody gonna top that.
Do you think it sells sex?
Sex in this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
because at one time Beyonce was known as this sex symbol.
I mean,
so like, and she probably, and she still is. But I'm not. But like, for it to be on Disney, as we know as children, we saw Disney movies as like, oh, these little cartoons, this little narrative, blah blah blah. So this is the new age of Disney, kind of, if you want to look at it.
I don't think it sells sex, but she fine, and I don't think a kid ain't gonna look at it and be like, "Ooh, I feel away." Nah.
I think it falls into Disney because one thing I've learned from watching Disney as a kid and watching Disney as an adult is that you get the kid side of things because they animate it and they make it frou-frou, they make it fun, they make it romantic. But as an adult watching a Disney movie, sometimes you're like, that shit is fucked up. Oh, that's crazy. That was a sexual innuendo. You don't get those things until you're an adult. So with this, I have a 9, she'll be 10 on Monday. I'm going to watch this with her. And she's going to get what she gets out of it. But me watching it, I'm going to get what I need out of it. And we both can watch it together. And that's what Disney does. So if people think that this was a mistake putting it on Disney, if they think that she's selling sex, Disney's doing what Disney does, is giving you a show that the kids and the adults can watch. The kids are going to get what they want to take from it and what they understand. And so are the adults. We understand a higher level of things than kids do. Just like when I watch these damn Disney movies. Every Disney movie got a up message at the end of it, okay? Like, or like just something adult, you
Yeah.
know? So this was right on market, if you ask me. And to answer your question, and to go back to the sex symbol thing, I think her sex symbolism is different now because it comes from a more mature place. So while it may appear that she's selling sex, she's selling sensuality and sense of self versus sex to me, because now she's this more womanly figure. She's more who she is, and it comes off as sexy, and people are going to confuse that.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
And she has kids too.
Yeah,
And she
they
has
all,
kids now. That's a whole nother level of sexy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, she got 3 kids. Like,
Yeah.
that's bad. So, yeah. Yeah.
she always got her legs out too. I don't know what
You know
song.
what? You know.
I don't know what song it was. There was one video. I think it was whatever the song with Tierra. So my power, yeah, with Tierra Whack.
Oh, uh-huh.
That left thigh is out. There was something about that left thigh. You
It's
saw
the left. It's the left thigh.
platinum membership.
You
You
sure
saw
it's the
it.
left or the right?
It's the left thigh. I need
It was
to
the left thigh.
Thank
Because
you.
in
You
the
saw it.
left thigh, the left side, there's an artery that runs straight to the heart. So all of that comes out and it's like, it
That's
gets
Oh.
you.
Oh.
I made
Okay.
that up. I don't know.
Oh, I'm about to say it's
It's not legit.
I
Like,
just made that up. I don't know. But it was sexy. It was a high split and it looked good. It sounded good too. Y'all can believe it. I don't
That's what that was.
know. She looked good though.
She did look good. She did look good.
Everything. The whole thing. I can't wait to watch it again.
It's
But I'm
Black
gonna watch
Lion.
it again. It's a story of Lion King. I feel like we got a little extra parts, right?
Yeah.
So to fit into the soundtrack, and if you know the songs that are on the soundtrack, some of the songs and some of her visual representation wasn't represented in Lion King. So if someone's watching it and you're trying to compare it scene for scene, you're not going to be able to do that. But I
Right.
felt like I could relate certain songs, like when
Yeah.
I'm listening to Other Side. Other Side is like a heavenly song. Someone died, they're on the other side. There was a scene in between that where he goes and sees Rafiki the monkey and he sees his dad on the other side. Like, that's how you're going to have to relate the two, because you're not going to be able to get it side by side. But she was giving us a modern day version of Lion King. It was like African American symbolism mix. And it was kind of like a birth of a new culture watching it.
You better get deep on that thing.
Okay, so the song with Jay-Z, when he's going back and forth from the little kid to Jay, dressed the same, was that the tree scene from Hakuna Matata?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Not
So
Okay,
it was. So that was Mood Forever. So when Jay-Z came on, you see the little boy, he runs away. This is right after the Nile. So this Nile, again, let's go back. Nile is when Mufasa dies.
okay.
Right.
And you get that I'm in the Nile, you get that funeral scene. Then you go into Mood Forever, and before Mood Forever comes on, remember the little boy had the face mask. It said Mood. He's young Simba. He has his little crown pawn piece.
Mhm.
Whoop. And he goes under a tree. He takes a nap. So it flashes to him in that leopard car, and he's running away. That is when Simba runs away right before Hakuna Matata. So then he goes and takes this nap. Hakuna Matata is Mood Forever because he wakes up and he's grown. And as we know, when Hakuna Matata is playing in the movie, he goes from kid Simba to adult Simba. So in his dream, that's exactly what he did. He took a nap. He woke up as Jay-Z. And that goes back to them having the butler. That goes back to them having, their whole family there. This is him seeing himself grown up. And that is the Hakuna Matata version of the two. Like, he's visualizing himself with his family, his whole family, their butler, their wealth, their children, their future, their legacy. And then he wakes back up and then he's that kid again. So Mood Forever was Hakuna Matata.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Platinum. Platinum. It was.
I can't.
I mean, there was just so much going on in there.
It's very complex. Like black
It
people
was
are, you know.
it
This
was
is
very,
complex.
very complex. It really
Yeah.
was. Like, I could run down this whole thing. It just, you have to watch it all and you just have to pay attention. That's why I'm looking forward to, like I said, I just want to watch it again and just see what I missed, because I feel like there's so much we can learn from what this is showing us too. If you go beyond just the entertainment of it all, which is there for some people, but there is a message behind it, and everyone's not going to like it. They're not going to like the message. If you understand the message, you're really not going to like the message because it ain't for everybody. And that's
That's
going to
right.
be a hard pill to swallow for some people. Like, you may like it and you may want to relate, but you can't.
Right.
This was made for us.
What do you want us
And
to do?
even all of us ain't gonna like it. There's gonna be so
That,
many
yeah.
people who have a problem with this tomorrow. You know what I
There was,
mean? Like,
I
Yeah.
saw a post.
cultural appropriation and all this other stuff. People gonna be so mad tomorrow. A
Yeah.
lot of us is gonna be mad tomorrow. So
I saw some stuff like a while ago when the trailer first came out, but it was, people never really know like the work that goes into a project. So like it's like you said, it was a whole talk about cultural appropriation. They just doing this yada yada yada. But I'm like at the same time to use that platform to bring it, because not that just her. There's a difference between her doing it and Drake doing it.
Mm.
So Drake gonna fake the accent and just give you whatever, and yada yada yada. She went and got people from like Nigeria, Ghana to represent their particular areas in order to give like this art. And it's not like in everything. She's like in, the parts when she wants to be in, and then she falls back and then lets everybody else.
lets them.
So the one artist in the Already song, he was killing it. Like I'm about to go listen to his other tracks.
Mm.
I like the Afro beats. You ever been to Afro beats party?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Afro beats party, go. Let's go in.
You're dancing all night.
I wish I knew the moves to go to some of the songs. I tried some, but I can't really hit it like they do. So
I see you get it.
Yeah.
I YouTube some of the dance moves. I don't know how to do this one yet. I ain't gonna try to bust it out at the party.
You gotta practice a little bit more in your living room.
I gotta practice a little bit more.
But I agree. It brings out a lot that we didn't know. A lot of people might not have otherwise come across these bits of culture or dance moves or songs or artists on their own. Some people may have heard of Tierra Whack, Burna Boy, some of these other artists that were on here because of the project. Some people might have known beforehand, but a lot of people may not have otherwise heard of these artists or been exposed to that bit of culture. So for that, it's like you can't falter for bringing on other aspects and sharing it to the masses. Like, I think if nothing else, it's letting other people out there know there's more than one kind of Black person. There's more than one kind of Black culture. We have culture outside of what, especially this country, knows.
Yeah. So used to hearing like our stuff to the point like we're so just this is what we used to hearing. We don't really know, like other countries like hear with their music because we like in a sense kind of like I don't want to say like our stuff is considered like the standard, but like as far as like hip hop, R&B,
yeah, it is across the world. It is the standard. Yeah,
right.
But at the same time, like other countries got like their own sound, and I know some people trip like I can't understand. I'm like, bro, if you listen, you would get it. Like
you do.
I've heard. I can't remember what the girl name is, but it was just like the beat was so captivating. I was like, oh, it's like a French artist. It's like a French artist. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of that song was. But when I heard it, I was like, yo, this is dope. It had like visuals to go to and everything. But the thing is, you don't see them all the time. But if somebody like brings them on, something that we're used to, like, oh, well, I'm gonna go check this person out, and then it just brings the people in and stuff like that. So
And like I just feel like overall too, it just gives you a better sense of if you feel like you don't fit into something that what you can only see, the more you're exposed to, the more you'll realize there's more people out there who are like you or who are doing something that you're into that you may not even realize. So that artist that's in another country may be speaking to a part of you where you don't fit into the music and the things that you feel here. But if you see somebody like that, even though, like your point, you don't know what they're saying, but you can feel what they're saying. So you can relate because it's different. And
Exactly.
sometimes I think, especially with Black people, we just need to see what's different, what's out there, because we may feel like we're odd or we're this or we're that because we only have a few examples to go off here in this country. But when you start venturing outside and you see people out here that look like us, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah,
But it's
and
like we're all
especially
part of the same.
yeah, and they break their mainstream of their country. So like these different
Mm-hmm.
African artists that Beyonce gave her platform so they can be showcased, they're being seen in different ways now in their country, and they're also
Mm-hmm.
being seen of like, ooh, you work with Beyonce, so that also come with
Yeah.
a whole thing. So it's like it goes deeper, I think, in the sense of like, I honestly feel like we as Black people need to use our platforms because we all have platforms in our own different forms and our different things. And if we can use those, that's going to help us as a community as a whole.
Absolutely.
I
It's
agree.
a it's about sharing the wealth, if you will. Like I feel like for us
That
it's
part.
gonna have to start somewhere, you
Hmm.
know? So at some point we're gonna have to band together and just make it better for those coming behind us. Because
Yeah.
if we don't, if you know, so then that kind of goes into what she's doing. She's just spreading that knowledge and spreading that word. Like, let's do this so that everybody else behind us knows it's okay to do this,
Yeah.
It's
and
like
let's bring us all up.
a ladder. I made this joke to somebody earlier. I was like, Purple Rain and Moonwalker walked so Lemonade could run.
You know what?
Lemonade ran
You know what?
so Black
Thriller,
could fly.
Thriller walked so Lemonade could run.
Thriller was well, no, because Thriller was one song. Moonwalker
But
was the next of the album.
I true that. But I think the production of Thriller and the anticipation behind Thriller
Hmm.
was so that Lemonade could really be. Yes, Thriller was one song, but we got a whole 20-minute production out of that one song. And that was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
So the concept, even though Thriller was one song, that whole concept and that growth up until that song was a thing. Like it was a scene, it was a movie. Then we get something like Lemonade. And I think Lemonade is the next closest thing because it was something we've never seen before. And yes, it was a whole album, but it was something different and visual for what we could see for that whole album versus
Right.
MJ did it for a song.
Right.
But that's Moonwalker though. Moonwalker encompassed like bad for the most part. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but Moonwalker wouldn't have happened if Thriller didn't happen.
So I'm going with along with you. Thriller, yes. Thriller lets
Yes.
you
So
Well,
that's why I'm comparing Thriller to Lemonade because as a concept, Thriller is what started it. Now Moonwalker may be more comparable because of the artistry of it.
because get a
I'm
whole
showing you all these pieces. It's a whole body of work.
yeah.
I can see that.
right.
You got this whole body versus whole body, but even outside of that, Thriller, no one did anything like Thriller until Thriller thrillered.
Thriller
And
is
then now we have
ice.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
And Lemonade was like Thriller on steroids.
No, that was on
So
I think steroids a little bit more, it's a little bit stronger. So it was a mix. It was like oh, Trent, you alright? You fell?
okay.
Trent, you alright? Did the Holy Spirit hit you? You fell out? What happened, Trent?
Trent,
Hello?
hello?
Trent.
Trent? I'm scared.
I'm nervous too because
I'm nervous.
usually when people drop their phone, they pick it back up. Oh, Lord.
Oh my
Really, Larry?
Well, we thought you was gone. I didn't know who to call.
Ghostbusters.
'Cause
Ghostbusters.
I can't call 911. I'm in Pennsylvania. And I'd be like, Trent fell out, and I ain't got no address.
Find his address. Did he pass out? I didn't hear a thud. I was concerned. My heart is racing a little bit.
Oh no!
I've been watching too much Netflix. You know, let people always die first. Listen, it's horror movies, and I'm like, oh my God, he died. He got a heart attack. Who can we call?
When I dropped my phone, I was like, damn, I dropped my phone. Hold on, y'all. Something.
Right. I didn't hear nothing.
We like, Trent. You had to see us. We was like,
I had to keep you on your toes.
The body snatchers then came. He didn't say nothing. Okay. Like,
I was like, so, we just gonna let him go out like that? Okay. Boy, I was about to hit the studio.
I was so concerned. Okay.
Okay, he good. All right.
I'm back.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, okay. Whew. I don't even remember what we was talking about. Shit.
Look,
we were talking about Thriller.
Look at the comments though. They're like, hey, wait, is he okay? That's a Ricky
as a visual image. That's all I remember. That's like, I got snatched.
Right. Take him by the ankles.
By the ankles.
Hey man, they got you. I was like,
oh my God.
Me and Ericka just here sitting, just.
We're like, whoa.
They got him.
You didn't say. Okay. I'm glad you're here to tell your side of the story.
All right. I've been real awkward tomorrow.
That part.
We posted this video. They were like, what happened? I was like, hey, bro, I still don't know.
I don't even know.
Like, we was talking.
Next thing I know, my phone and my computer went down.
Thriller done got you. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to go back over all of this. This was so good.
Yeah, this was great.
It was really, really good. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that just stood out like profoundly. I think we honestly hit damn near every topic in this project. Yeah, we really did. Even though yeah.
It was a good movie. I like dope visuals. So I feel like that's something that's been missing from projects as a whole, music video wise.
Yeah, we don't get that.
Missy and Busta had like visuals on a consistent basis.
Well, I think it's also it was good to see it during this time, as you know, our people are dying from COVID, and I think it kind of rejuvenated because I know there's been a lot of people very depressed, like the Tamar thing and all of this stuff that has been like going on, and I think it was good to finally see something like beauty and like love, and you saw passion, you saw these elements of like what is happening and or how it could be in the future. So there's like all of these different elements that you got to see, and it was like great. And I think the timing was like perfect.
I can see that. The visuals were just on point, and it's definitely something that we're missing. Like not a lot of people can pull it off, or even just think of the things and what they thought of was just stunning to look at. The colors, the formations, the bodies, like it was like an eye party. Your eyeballs got to like, oh yeah, like there was just so much going on.
I want to know like these locations where they shot at, because like the house for where Jay-Z pulled up to, like where was that at?
That was in so that was That was somewhere in West Africa between Ghana and Nigeria. So they shot this in late 2019 between South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, parts of New York, and parts of LA. So they went to like between Nigeria, Ghana, and then they went to like Senegal and a couple other places on the east side of Africa too and shot this. It was shot in a bit between like 14 different countries.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Yep.
money. That's money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That budget had to be.
Ridiculous.
Maybe it wasn't no budget. It's like if they rich and they can just do whatever they want to do. So that's how everything got pulled off. This was visually on steroids. Black Panther mixed with the Coming to America wedding scene and
Remember the Times video?
because even like because she was
Yes.
when she had the mood that I feel that was a Coming to America reference. The brushing of the grill, that was a Coming to America
That was
reference.
Coming to America reference, yeah.
I feel like there was one more reference I caught. I can't think of what it is right now, but definitely Black Panther Coming to America.
Yeah.
Just the colors, camera shots, everything was beautiful.
It was. I enjoyed it. It was definitely just also showing us like where we got bits of our culture from, like why we're the way we are outside of slavery and outside of segregation and racism and all that stuff. At our core, to your points earlier, this is who we have been forever, and we didn't even know it. So now we're showing you where a lot of those things came from, and this documentary kind of snatched from different cultures, yes, which is where people are going to be mad, yes. But
Yeah.
that's all we have to go off of. We have to take all of those small pieces and put something together for ourselves. Even if you might see it as us ripping you off culturally, we're trying to learn more of, because we come from so many of those different places. So it's like, here, I'm going to put them all together for you guys and let's see what we can come up with.
Right.
You know, or let's us not see what you can come up with, but let's show you where you were from, or people who, you know, like where your ancestors were from. So it gives us a representation across a broad scale, you know, for people who don't have that.
Right.
So that, you know, I think that's the big message in all of this here. And a big answer to people who think that she's appropriating things. It's just a window to see what could have been or what was for a lot of us. So, yeah.
And it's big that it's on Disney. It's representation. It's black.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think Disney anticipated something so black, and that could be the surprise of it too. Disney thought they was gonna get a voice of a Lion King, and then here she go like, nah.
I think they knew. They knew after. I think they knew after that homecoming flip. I think they knew what was gonna come.
But
like
peep this. When Homecoming was coming out, she was recording Lion King. They might not have known all the way.
Touche.
All the way, like, but I also feel like Beyonce comes with the tag of being Beyonce, so they might not have cared what the fuck she did.
Yeah.
We got Beyonce.
Yeah, we know we're gonna get some heat.
Right.
Yeah.
We just gonna let her do what she do, and then it's like, oh, that's what you gonna do.
Yeah.
Disney might not have been ready for that, but
they gonna cut the check.
They did cut that check, multiple checks.
And they gonna still cut checks.
And they still, because after this, they have a couple other Marvel movies coming down the pipeline. She got contracted for soundtracks for those movies, and her proteges, Haley and
Chloe
and Halle. Woo! I couldn't even think. Chloe and Halle. One of them's gonna be the Little Mermaid. They're gonna be on the soundtrack. Like, she didn't just do this for her. She did this for other people. Think about the soundtrack. The soundtrack wasn't her. It was a whole bunch of other artists. Like, she's bringing people on. Disney cutting her checks generational. Her daughter got a check. The twins got a check. Chloe and Halle got a check. Like, everybody getting checks out of this.
Jay-Z about to get a check.
Jay-Z about to get a check.
He don't need a
Naomi,
check, but he getting
Naomi
a check.
Campbell got one. Right. Kelly Rowland got a check.
Yes.
Everybody.
Tina got a
Nyong'o
check.
got a check. Tina got everybody got a check.
Mama Tina behind got a check.
Shoot. She looking out. So like it's all of this is just somebody gonna get put on for somehow, some way, and it changed the dynamic in a way that the dynamic needs to be changed any damn way. We tired.
Yeah,
Tuesday, you right.
sure. That's it.
We tired. We used to a world where we always see the little white princess or the little white this, like it's not gonna hurt you. Years later, I'm 35. We just now seeing all this stuff. I've been seeing white my whole life.
True.
I'm okay. Y'all kids will be okay seeing black for this. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, gentlemen,
This was great.
this was good.
I enjoyed you guys.
I enjoyed it.
You guys did. Have to do it again.
We should. This was good.
Y'all let me know when.
Another movie.
Another movie.
Got
I'm
anything?
sure something else.
You have to let me know how Watchmen is for you.
I will. I'm gonna watch that. I need something else to start. So Watchmen is gonna be on my list. I love it. HBO. HBO all can do no wrong. I'm still mad about Game of Thrones season finale.
We're not gonna talk about it.
We're not.
I need to catch up on The Shy. I haven't watched any of that.
Seasons 1 and 2, yeah. This season,
Not good.
Oh.
It's,
I still have to catch up on Insecure.
Oh, Insecure was good.
Yeah. I don't like watching things when they're coming out, so I waited till it was done so I can binge it all.
Okay. Cool.
It's my MO. So I got Insecure, but I'm going to be on HBO, and then I watch Watchmen. So I'll let y'all know because I need a good show.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Well, that's it for tonight.
2 comes up.
Night.
Good night. Bye.
See you guys.